Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Moon Colony live stream. It's good to see you all. Today I've got Leonie back with us. Hello, Leonie. How's it going?
Hello.
Let us know if you can hear him okay. I think he's trying out new microphone placement, so
Yes.
that's fine. But you can hear us, then that's all good. It's nice to see you all. Hope you're all having a great December. It's getting a little bit cooler here in the UK now, so I thought it was only fitting for those of us in the northern hemisphere to appreciate the ice and get Leonie to do a little bit of an ice material for us today.
Yeah. Maybe it will be refreshing for me.
Yeah, maybe. We instantly got a hydrate. Thank you, Skull Pal. The thing didn't come through, but I see it, so thank you so much. I'll have a drink from my moon colony my moon colony water bottle. Just a sticker. I just put a sticker on it. Perfect. Well, I'll let Leonie sort of take it away. As always, you have these rendering tips.
Yes.
So
So if this is your first time here, we're going to draw our little moon colony rocket in a different material. Every time we do a different material. We did 6 materials already. You can check them out in our YouTube channel.
Yep.
So we have the VODs there, so you can see how it was the process for the other ones. And I always start with these small tips. We are going to use references always because we are trying to learn from references. We will take our time to observe the references to try to understand what we are seeing. So when we do that, we try to separate what is the properties of the object and what are the properties of the light source. So different light sources can interact with the object in a different way. So we can change colors and other properties. So we'll pay attention to that. And also, we don't go to details too soon. We always try to establish the overall picture before we jump into smaller details. So this is our base. This is the moon colony rocket.
yeah, and if you, I was going to say, if you want to take the rocket, then we have this Photoshop file. We have the line art for the rocket, and we also have all the references that Leonie's going to be using today. A Google Drive. So if you go into our Discord, we have a text channel called Twitch. Go in that. There's a link to the Google Drive that'll have all of these. Follow along. So
yes,
grab those.
and also these are the references that we are going to use today. So the idea is to do an ice material, right? Actually, I didn't read the description of the Twitch stream too well, so it's ice. Yes, okay. So I get some references. That's right.
Yeah.
Right, Jayden.
Yeah, that's what it's.
Okay.
That's what it's supposed to be. It's just ice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So I got some references, like some ice cubes, some ice from glaciers, frozen water, things like that.
Yeah.
This one that looks crazy, cool.
Yeah.
This one I think it's like a natural formation somewhere in the northern part of the planet. I don't know. So let's take a look at this. I will start with the ice cubes just because, like, for me, this is the ice that I see.
Yeah.
In my life. I did never seen any of these other ones. So, like usually when we freeze water, we have this kind of ice cube, which is more opaque with this white part in the middle.
Yeah.
And to get like a clear one like this that looks more like glass, probably you need water that is more pure without other elements inside. So you can go this route. You can draw a rocket that looks more like this, like a glassy ice thing,
Yeah.
like with maybe droplets of water on top. So this reference will look cool. Because we have a white background, it's also nice to see how it looks, in a white background or gray, light gray background.
Hmm.
So how the transparency works, how the light interacts with the object. Also, it's a nice thing to see in a dark background because it's easier to understand the transparency, right?
Yeah.
Uh, this one is cool because we can see the sky through the ice, but you can see how some parts are clearer than others, like more transparent than others. Also, one thing that is pretty cool that we can see here is like frozen air bubbles.
Hmm.
Here, I think we can see a little bit of this also. So this is a nice touch that we can add. Uh, Also, in general, water is transparent, so will not be blue like we usually do. But in glaciers, when you have like thick ice, usually the colors shift to the blue. I think this is an optic thing. This is probably the same reason why the sky is blue in the Earth's atmosphere. It's like when light hits the object, some of the light rays get blocked a little bit, even so it's transparent. After a certain distance, probably the blue goes through more than the other colors. I think
Yeah.
so. I think even in the ocean, when you're like under the ocean, it's blue. Uh, because of that. Yeah, it probably is the same reason. Or maybe you have some kind of chemicals or the salt in the water also blocks a little bit of light, something like that. So we go to these bluish hues probably. And I like this one because you have an ice formation like snow or something that is more white, and this part that is more bluish with darker blues. I think I'm gonna use this a lot as
Yeah.
reference. Looks cool. And I think the two different materials like this work nice. And also to complement what we are doing here, I'll try to do the material study in roughly 1 hour, so we have time to try to apply this to another thing. So I draw this quick creature. It's obviously is not Melita kind of level. It's very simple, but I will try to apply what we learned in the materials in a character or something.
Yeah. And
So yeah,
we recommend you guys do the same thing as well. There's, it's all well and good learning it on the rocket, but how often are you going to be how often are you going to be making ice rockets and try it with more dynamic shapes?
yeah, it's nice because like the rocket, it's very simplified. It's a
Yeah.
cone shape and some boxes,
Yeah.
which are the the foundation of digital painting. If you can paint a sphere and a box pretty well, you can paint other shapes that are more complicated. Because if you decompose the shapes of a drawing, you can make these into boxes. For
Yeah.
example, oh, this part can be like a box like this, Or if you want, you can see this more as a sphere or something.
Yeah.
So if you can draw simple shapes, you can draw more complex shapes also. Okay, so let's start. I usually start trying to apply a base color. I usually start with color. I don't do black and white in general.
Hmm.
So I'll try to find like a nice uh, blue hue to start.
I should say as well that as we go on, if you have any questions or anything, then please ask. That's one of the main points of the session, is to help you guys answer all these questions that you might
Yeah,
have.
of course.
So fire away, and we'll do our best to answer them. Dash said.
Now that
No, you go.
okay. No, I was just gonna comment that now that the screen is huge, I have to pick colors like this. So I will probably have my color picker easier.
Yeah, Leoni
Okay,
has recently upgraded his tablet.
color. Yeah, usually I don't like to have like things floating around in the screen like this, but for now I think I'm gonna use this. Will be easier.
Yeah. Dash said environment color is really important for rendering ice. I guess so, because it'll
Of course.
it'll pick up on the colors around it. And
yeah, that's why I separated some references that are more studio lit, because the way I'm drawing my materials, it's more like it's a studio, so it's at artificial light, artificial background. So if you are actually studying from life, if you want to draw something that looks more like this one in the corner, yeah, actually drawing the sky and the environment around it will make way more sense when you're painting it. Especially when you have transparency and other properties in the material, the environment will influence a lot. The complicated part of this process will be trying to balance what is the local color, what is shadow and light. On a normal layer like this, if I try to do everything at the same time, probably will be hard. So I will probably I will do the base material first, like the color shift and a little bit of transparency, and then I will create a multiply layer or another blending mode on top to try to apply the light and shadow,
Yeah. We have another question from Burin. How do you color pick colors properly?
First of all, I think you should do a bunch of studies, but like in general, try to eyeball the colors. Don't color pick from references, because especially if you're studying from photos, if you color pick, where's the color picker? If you color pick here, you have so many different hues. Let me put this here. What? So like this. Okay, now. Okay. If you color pick on a reference, like the color picker can be all around the canvas, So I can pick, for example, I'm trying to pick up like a lighter color here. If I color pick here, maybe I can pick this, and if I paint with this, it will look all awful. It will not look cool, like because if you zoom in a reference like this, you have very different hues of color in a small space.
Yeah.
So in general, try to figure out what would be the color of this whole space. So it would be probably a mid saturated blue, something like this. So if you can pick by eye and you can simplify what color would be, it's better for you,
Yeah.
So don't color pick from directly from references, unless you apply some filter that you simplify the reference like this, you know.
Yeah.
So this will group the values and the colors in a way that is way better for you to color pick if you want. Actually, to observe also references, I do this a lot when I'm feeling too overwhelmed by the amount of detail. If you do this with the reference, it's way easier to see the value grouping, you know. But then I have two instances. I have the normal reference and the grouped value grouped reference.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think we say it a lot, not say it a lot to not color pick a lot. Color pick too much, then you're relying too much instead of your eyes.
Yeah, yeah, and also the same applies to uh, blending modes and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use whatever you want, like doesn't matter. But in general, it's good if you can do it by eye, like and paint on normal layers and understand how colors match together on a normal layer. So if I want to darken this, what color should I pick? If I want to lighten this, what color should I pick? If you rely too much on blending modes, for example, sometimes they can give you results that look too digital, like we say.
Yeah.
They don't look too natural. It don't look like how you actually would blend colors. And also, if you use color pick, if you use blending modes too much, it's hard to balance the saturation and the contrast. Sometimes if you start to pile up blending modes, you lost track of things, and the image tends to look super unnatural. You know?
Yeah.
Okay, all layers. Why? Oh, it didn't. It. I just realized that it doesn't move here when I color pick.
Oh yeah.
Okay, no issues, no worries. I have to do this.
Need that one instead. You're getting used to a new workflow with a larger monitor.
Yeah, yeah. I it's the first time I'm streaming.
Yeah.
So actually, what I can do, let me just adjust a little bit. I would do this and get the edge of this. So this is closer to the center,
Okay.
like this. Yeah, so it's better for me. Okay, nice. Yeah, so I can pick here like I'm used to. What? Okay.
So right now you said you're just getting down the base colors, like the base layers down, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if I zoom out a lot on this, how will this look in a thumbnail?
Okay.
So it's like the base color and also a little bit of the values. So what I'm looking at is especially this reference. I like the way you have blue and white and also these cracks with more white in it. Probably I'll do a little bit of this.
Yep.
Which would be to make our rocket a little more like a crystal, like this one in the bottom. Okay, let's try.
I see a couple of questions. Hypernib, I will get back to your question. I just want to do recreations first. But there was the midtones tend to be the most saturated out of the values. Find.
Usually, I have more saturation in my shadows. Like the deeper colors are in my shadows in general. And yeah, it's like the way I learned is that when the local color of an object, when the light is not reaching it and not contaminating it with its own color or something, it's like the pure color or something.
Okay.
I don't know, it makes much sense. Like, it's the way I learned. So tends to look cool, especially with skin tones and warmer things. If you have saturation in the shadows, look better than if you have unsaturated shadows. Like grayish shadows on a skin tone or something tend to look strange. So in general, my most saturated parts are my shadows.
Someone asked about your background, like your wallpaper background.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah, I put the one of the moon colony things images just because I wanted to change a little bit, and I was watching our art station, said, oh, this image is cool, I will put this one. I will probably change later, but just because I wanted to change my background a little bit.
Yeah, it's actually from the Titans cinematic, right? Good for
Yeah.
Hearthstone.
Yeah, and of course this is one that I not participated. I'm not a psycho that puts his own work on display. No, I will be judging too much.
So yeah, I'll go to Hypernib's question actually, which a little bit of a different topic, but kind of similar. It was, how do you go about not feeling fatigued when you rendering? I experience this way too often, and tips might.
I feel fatigued when I'm not interested in the image that I'm doing. Sometimes it happens because for some reason it's boring for me. So I feel very fatigued and I start to feel sleepy. It's very hard to be interested in it. So in general, I try to study things that looks interesting for me.
Yeah.
And also of course, when I'm painting for myself, I will paint things that I find appealing. So in general, like I don't think I overdo it. I over render stuff. I try to keep it very minimal. So if you zoom in, it's not super detailed or anything.
Yeah.
So what I do to keep myself motivated in general is try to find a good result as quick as possible, something that looks presentable, at least a little bit, that I can say, okay, if I stop here, I think I'm in the right track. So if I have too much trouble in the beginning and I'm not feeling confident, I feeling that the images is not cool, so I feel demotivated.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to balance, but you have to push through.
Yeah.
And also, for some instances, it's better to take a break, take a walk, do something else, and come back to it with a fresh mind. It helps a lot also.
Some people say that when they render, their brain, they kind of let their brain go into autopilot. So
Oh yeah. That's another thing that is very important. If you're not listening to anything, not listening to music or podcast or talking to anyone, can be very boring because you're kind of counting the seconds. The part of your brain that is more logical, it's having to figure out what to do. So it can be very problematic, at least for
Yeah.
me. So what I do is I'm always listening to something, talking or something. It helps a lot to keep myself interested in the image. Uh, Sometimes, for example, I I'm struggling a lot with the image, and one of these days, for example, I started listening to a YouTube channel. A guy talks about his experience as a roadie uh, with bigger bands and
Oh,
things
that's
like
cool.
that. So it's something that is completely unrelated, talking
Yeah.
about backstage stories and things like that. So you give something to your brain, like the logical part of your brain, to think about, so
Yeah.
you can have your artistic part free to do
Yeah.
whatever you need to do, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I think we get some people in the Discord who will like join the voice chat and they won't talk, but they'll kind of use it as like a podcast sort of thing because we just talk about don't just talk about
Yeah,
art, we talk about
random
loads of
stuff.
loads of random stuff. So something like that, you're welcome to join the Discord. Obviously, everybody here is, um, and just don't want to talk, that's fine. You can just listen or send
Yeah,
me anything.
everybody except one person, but we're not gonna say who it is. Leave it in the air. One of you watching right now is not welcome.
Just pulling names out of a hat.
It's Stevenson.
Stevenson. Johnny Stevenson. Not allowed.
Oh no,
Um,
I'm joking. You're banned.
but no, I mean, there's loads of stuff out there. Like when I like to have my brain switch off for a while, I'd put on like a Dungeons and Dragons like podcast thing or
Yeah, it's
most
good when it's something totally unrelated, I think.
yeah, yeah. Like I'm always listening to music constantly, especially when I'm
Yeah.
yeah. I hope that helps. Oh, yeah, they said that's super
Yeah,
helpful info. Really appreciate it. You're welcome.
and it's also very normal, if you feel bored or demotivated or something. It's normal. Don't feel bad about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean you can have the best job in the world, but you're still gonna get bored at some like you're still gonna have days where you wake up and you're like, oh, I really don't want to do this today, or I'm really bored. It happens.
Yeah. Some people look like they are never demotivated, which is weird.
Because people are they're robots, they're not real.
Yeah. I don't know.
Siren said, I thought you guys are having work meetings in the Discord sometimes when I see all the moon colony stuff. No,
No,
no, we just
if we are in the open chat, like it's free, everyone can enter.
yeah.
If we have a meeting, is not public. Don't
entertaining.
worry.
As entertaining as I'm sure that might be, clients probably wouldn't appreciate.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just break all our NDAs.
NDAs, yeah. But no, come along. Always fun in there. I have more questions, unless you have anything to say about the sort of process.
I can say that I'm struggling. That.
Yeah. What
So
with?
actually, I'm trying to balance like what is the material that I'm doing, because there's ice, uh, transparency, and also snow. Like this part,
Yeah.
maybe want to do a little um, more snowy, and this part is like a crystal. But I want also to apply what I said about the like frozen droplets of air, like air bubbles inside.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch to balance. Also, it's hard to balance what is light, like light and shadow. For example, I did a shadow shape here,
Mhm.
and I think it helped a little bit. But also, it's complicated when you have something that color shifts.
Yeah.
How do you apply shadow in this? It's hard. It's not easy. So actually, this is an important aspect. Like if you can render one material, it doesn't mean that you can render everything. And also it will depend on the context. I can render this material in this context, which is like a white background. But
Mhm.
if it was, oh, I have to render this, but it's inside a volcano for some reason. So okay, no, so this is different,
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough, especially I can imagine it's difficult as well because you have the sort of
Yes.
semi transparency as well.
Yeah, and also I have to talk and try to be
Yeah.
entertaining at the same time. I cannot be grumpy.
We do our best. um Kieran says sometimes I just want to watch live art streams and then I'll hesitate because most of the moon colony staff are there. Not most of us. It's normally like what, me, Leonie, and Melissa. That's
Yeah, or Alan.
yeah, Alan. Yeah,
Oh,
Alan's in
Alan.
there sometimes too. But they
Don't
don't bite.
forget our good friend Koala.
Alan. Yeah, it was. Orc said this is kind of going back to like talking about shadows and values, saturation stuff. That as a rule of thumb, you say that shadows are generally lower in value and higher in saturation, with textual exceptions.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. It's like I said. In general, my shadows are more saturated, and of course lower in value because they're darker.
Yeah.
Yes, in general, this is what I apply. At least for uh stylized stuff, it works cool.
Yeah. I think that stuff will change depending on what style you're going.
Yeah, because you can have like a black object in the light and a white object in the dark.
Yeah.
So like the something in the light can be darker than something in the shadow depending on the context.
That's Dash said they don't bite. You're right, we don't bite. Not often anyway. We've had our lunch. Safe.
Yeah, we don't bite, but some people can stab because they have knives.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll not say who it is, but I
It's not
saw this
me,
person with.
not Leonie. It's not Alan.
Mm, trying to figure out the shape on this because it's like I have to figure out if I want sharp edges everywhere or not and
Yeah.
how I'm going to do it. Yeah, in general, when we see stylized glass and stylized crystals of ice, they're always look like crystals,
Yeah.
uh, very sharp, and like I did here, right?
Yeah.
So to make this more even will make sense if I have more sharpness.
Hmm.
But when I'm not so sure, what I tend to do is go a little bit soft with my uh, airbrush to try to change the values around, and because I don't create hard edges, like I have a general sense what the hue shift could be, and value shift, and then I go with hard edge and fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is tough. Not an easy material for sure. Probably this is the hardest one so far.
Yeah. Good to know that. It's good to know that even you struggle with some.
Yeah, I struggle with everything.
It never ends.
Life is a struggle. Constant struggle.
Dash said, those rocket wings are killing me. I'm doing a more transparent version. It's tough.
Yeah. So if I think a little bit about glass, we did the glass one already.
Yeah, we did.
And the trick for glass is for you to have dark edges, and then some white highlights like this, and then you have the clear parts. It's tough. Okay, let me see if I apply, for example, a little bit of the background here. Yeah, I think will look cool if I let the gray go through a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe this is too blue.
A little bit melted.
Yeah, this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna abandon putting some ice, some snow on top, and it will be just think a little bit like I was thinking about doing the glass one.
Yeah.
So
Looks...
yeah. And also I have 20 minutes to figure this out before I move.
Wasn't gonna rush you.
And also the creature will be hard, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because I didn't figure out the design properly. It's like super basic, kind of a silhouette, or just a silhouette.
Yeah.
So I will probably, when I move to the creature, I will forget about the material a little bit and try to create the shape, the form of it, and then I try to make it look like ice, I think.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, sometimes in these streams you can see me try to problem solve life. I don't have everything figured out.
Okay, though. I think that's interesting. See, goes to show that you don't have. It goes to show that uh, you don't always have things figured out.
Yeah, I barely do have things figured out before I start stuff. Only if it's like the total comfort zone, like the thing that you did a million times, but it's barely like that. Every time I have to do a drawing, it's a different stuff. Even if it's like, oh, you can draw a portrait of yourself, but it has a twist. So it's a Halloween theme, and like the light situation is weird, like
Yeah.
we did. So it's hard. It's not easy. I can have a subject that it's easier for me, and maybe a material, so it's already easier. But there's always a catch.
Yeah. Never as easy as it is going in. Sure.
And also when you do things in series, uh, every success that you have another in you, because you have to have every material that you do the same level as the other one or better, you know.
Yeah. Ooh, Srihoran said, what's the most challenging work that you had to do?
Usually what is challenging for me is drawing compositions that have too many elements. I
Yeah.
think my thought process and technique works well with simple scenes. When you have just one character and a simple background, for example, I can do this no problem. But when
Mhm.
I have to balance doing several characters and several light sources and things like that, can be very tricky.
Yeah.
Because I think the way I do stuff, it's very logical and like methodic. I don't know if this is a word in English, but
Yeah.
yeah. So it's like uh, it's step by step. So I figure out this and that. So I separate everything and layers. Uh, I think when you're doing complex scenes, sometimes it's good if you can uh, like do your rough colors in a more painterly way. I think, for example.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't want to jump in to a lot of detail just for rough colors on like loads of different people. For take forever.
Yeah. Forever.
Um, Dash said they heard Dave Raposa once say in a stream, "Every new painting is the hardest painting I've ever done."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Painting is hard when you know how to paint. It's easy when you don't know how to. I use the. I usually do analogies with physical exercise, even though I'm not uh, athlete or anything. But it's like lifting a weight. If you if you can lift 10 kilos to go to 20, it's like a double fold, right?
Yeah.
You you're doing the double that you did before, but it's not that hard going to 10 to 20.
Yeah.
But like if you you're adding like 150 to go to 160, it's
Yeah.
like in percentage it's small. It's like I don't know, like 5% or whatever. But it's way harder because you're already struggling with the thing that you did before, you know?
Yeah.
It's not easy. Uh, I don't know, at least for me, painting was never, oh, this is completely chill. I don't have to stress at all. It's
Yeah.
not like that.
I think as well, like the I can imagine that the more you paint and the more you get to know your own work, the more you pick up on your own mistakes and things you need to improve on. So you're sort of slowly becoming more aware of
Yeah, your
of yourself.
skill, yeah, your bar is higher. Like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
so the thing that you have to do to be satisfied with your work is more difficult, I think.
yeah. I
So
can.
actually, what I say to people that are in the beginning of their careers that you have to be uh, comfortable with the feeling that you'll never feel super confident with your work. You always doubt yourself a little bit, you know. Uh, it's always a little bit hard. It's not easy, especially if you're doing client work that
Yeah,
they will have briefings that are not exactly what you want. So it's always a little bit hard.
yeah.
You have to get used to that.
That's why so many of you guys are perfectionists.
Yeah, because actually this is a kind of requirement for we to
Mm,
get to this point is like, oh, if you are satisfied with your work, you just stop evolving
yeah,
because you do stuff, you know.
yeah,
I had several people that I knew through the years that they just stopped at some point. They did not evolve anymore.
yeah,
And for me it's weird. Like, why? Why you stop? Like, you're just satisfied with your current skill level? I don't know.
yeah. Who knows? I mean, it could be. You never know. Maybe one day you'll wake up and you'll think the same thing. What?
Yeah, I don't think I'm evolving,
Mm,
of course, in the same speed as before, of
yeah,
course, because like after a while for you to do the next step is becomes harder and harder.
yeah,
So like if I get my stuff from 4 years ago and I see now, it's basically the same thing. It's not that different.
yeah.
But if I go like from when I was, I don't know, 16 and 20, yeah, it's very different.
Yeah, I mean, it gets to the point where you kind of plateau a little bit, where you kind of level off till the next big hurdle comes. Actually,
Yeah.
uh, Orc said it's super comfortable to hear that also professional artists and veterans feel the same way. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like everybody, like most of us are humans. You know,
yeah,
we have our doubts, we have our problems.
yeah,
Uh, we are not machines that create things in a specific quality every time. So some days I feel that my skills are worse than other days. It
mhm,
happens.
yeah. I mean, as you said earlier, like everybody has off days.
Yeah. But also sometimes it's just psychological
Mhm,
because if you look at the work that you did the day you felt that you're not working well and you see
yeah,
it, you say, yeah, it was actually okay. Like it was more a psychological thing
yeah.
sometimes.
How often do you submit a piece of work thinking, oh, this is like this is bad. I have so much more, like so many improvements to make, and then you get your feedback, and it's like, yeah, this is great, thanks. Like,
Very often.
yeah,
It's super common. Like I most of the time I'm not satisfied with my Hearthstone uh, paintings. I said no. Like it was good until the midway point, and then I like uh, I did not reach what I wanted. Like something
yeah,
is off. I don't know. And sometimes it's tricky to put your
mm,
finger on what is it that you're not like happy with. That's yeah, that's very normal.
yeah,
So what I do is I use this as motivation to do better next time.
hmm,
Yeah, I will improve next one. Every
yeah,
time I do that. It's very rare that I finish a piece and say, "Yeah, this looks cool. This is amazing." So in general, it's like, "Yeah, it's okay, I guess, but I think could be better. The next time I will try harder."
yeah. I think that's the attitude. That's the attitude to have, right? Like people in chat are saying like continue to be dissatisfied or be okay with feeling dissatisfied, and it's like, yeah, I mean, as long as you can take something from it, I don't.
Yeah,
It's not it's
and
not a
also,
failure or anything.
yeah, one thing that is important is for you to separate a little bit what is your work and what is you.
Yeah.
Some people tend to feel that they and their work is the same thing. So if the work is criticized, they think they're criticizing their personality or
Yeah.
something. So in general, I tend not to care too much about work stuff, actually. Work is work. So sometimes I can get a briefing that I don't feel that is so interesting, or maybe the client can pick an option that I would not pick. And I say, okay, this is your product. You're paying me, so I'll do whatever you want. And
Yeah.
then, yeah, it's okay. I don't need to put everything in my portfolio if I'm not happy with it. Okay, no problem. There's always the next one, you know?
Yeah. Nice. That was a nice little bit of philosophy. We
Yeah.
got about 5 more minutes until the end of our first hour. So
Yeah, I don't know if it shows, but I'm struggling a lot to figure out what to do. Like I put some somewhat harder edges in this
yeah,
region, but the rest is very soft because I was not sure. Mm, let's see.
yeah.
I'm actually uh interested in seeing how other people figure this out.
I was I was then thinking the same thing. I was like, I wonder how other people are gonna tackle the same problem. Um.
Uh,
So
I think one of my issues with this is that I was trying different stuff at the same time, you know? So, uh, this is actually a tip for everyone. Usually, if you're struggling, maybe you just have to simplify your thought process, you know? Maybe I was just thinking about too many things at the same time. Uh, kind of wanting to have different properties in the material at the same time.
yeah,
Some things that can kind of contradict one another, you know. Uh, so you just have to uh, simplify it a little bit more.
we have another question from Recreation. Are shadows and highlights usually shifted objects based color?
The highlights in general, like the brightest spots that you have, like this or this.
Yep.
This is the reflection of the light source. So if your light source is white, then these parts will be white. But if the light is like warm, like this will be warmer, you know.
Yeah.
Just the highlights, and of course, like the weight. This is like the reflection of the light source. If it, for example, if the light source is a square, like a window, for example, this would be window shaped, you know, like this.
Yeah.
So
So
this
just
is a nice thing to think about, like what is your light source and uh, how it's reacting to the form that you have, and also like of course the light from your light source will tint a little bit the
mm,
light parts in your image, of course. For example, if the light is hitting this part, the rocket, all of this will be slightly warmer than the shadow part if it was like here, right?
yeah, you're kind of not necessarily getting the color from one place, right? Getting it from the light and getting the color of the light and the color from the object that it's hitting.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to balance because every material have a different property on how it reacts to light. For example, if a material is very uh, um, like very soft in terms of surface, like very flat. Let me just try to do this. So if the material is more like this, if you get a microscope and it's very flat like this, your light source will hit and bounce back in a very strict way. So it's like a mirror, right?
Oh, okay.
But if your surface is like this in a microscope, you know, the light will hit and like scatter, right?
Okay.
So your highlight will be like blurred here, and it will be very noticeable in this other material. And actually, talking about screens, for example, this new screen that I have is it has like an etch glass or something that have this property of getting the light and like spilling the light, spreading the light in several rays. So you don't have like your light source pretty visible in the screen.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's said, but if you have a cell phone screen or like a tablet, like the iPad, it's very glossy. Yeah, glossy is the word, right?
Yeah.
So it's like a clear, like a glass that is very glossy. So it will depend. Like this material is glossy or it's matte surface, you know?
Yeah. Han, thank you for letting me know about my my mic. I've just changed a couple things, so hopefully that helps. But thank you for letting me know.
Okay, I will use an excuse that I did not finish this material because I was explaining too much today.
It's okay. No one's gonna blame you. It's fine.
Or will they blame me?
Well, I mean, I will, but I don't think anyone else is going to. I'll hold you accountable. But I'll just remind people that if you weren't here at the start of the stream, you can find this Photoshop document that has the rocket in it. And does it have the line art for the creature as well, or is that?
Yes, there.
Okay.
The creature is there also.
Okay. It also has that in there too. And you can also find the references that we've got on the left side of the screen on our Discord. If you are part of our Discord community, then you can join the. You can take a look in the channel named Twitch, and there's a link in there to a Google Drive that has all of the resources for today. So you can paint along either with us now, or if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, you can join us later and show us your work. We have our study room, so you can post your rockets in there. We really want to see, especially with this one, where I mean, even Leoni was struggling. You know, we'd love to see your problem-solving abilities and how you did a nice ice rocket.
Yeah. So as I said, for this one, I think I'm gonna like kind of create a base, which I have the light kind of figure out before thinking about materials. This is one tip that I usually do when I'm struggling, is that try to separate things. So in that first in the rocket, I was trying to figure out the base color.
Yeah.
and like the transparency and the hue shift and things like that before. But this one, I'm gonna try to find the light and shadow first, like it's a statue or something with the same material in everything, and then I figure out what is what.
Yeah. Wow, we've got a couple of really cool rockets in the study room already.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, Crafts went for a bit more of a clear rocket.
Nice.
Really nice.
Should I be worried that I'm gonna be replaced?
Yeah, you should be sweating right now.
Oh no. Maybe this is the master plan of Jayden. He wants to get rid of me, so he put me in these streams, so I can embarrass myself.
I'm getting you to train up your own replacement.
Yeah, and also show that I'm not as good.
No.
What would be hard? You know what? You have to draw ice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, oh, that's okay. Ice will be pretty easy. It's just kind of like glass. I was wrong.
And also, and the other thing is that in the first streams, I was doing just the rocket in 2 hours.
Yeah.
But after a while, Jayden said, no, you have 1 hour for the rocket and 1 hour to design something using the reference. Okay.
And you agreed to it. So I can't take all the blame. Nice job, Joey, on your rocket too. Really nice. I'm pretty sure this is the second time I've drawn ice, so I followed along with what Leoni was doing. Nice. I really like the snow that you put on the top as well. Great job.
Yeah, maybe I'll take a look on what other people did and then fix my based on the others.
just photo bash theirs together into.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this part from this one, so I'll photo bash.
Yeah.
So I created a base for this little dude. So for this one, I'll try to figure out separate what I'm going to do with materials. I don't know if I'm going to have actual fur in it, so I'll just create a selection here.
Yeah.
On where I think fur should go, just to see if I'm gonna do that or not. And I'm going to do this and do this, for example.
Oh, I think it looks pretty cool.
It'll be cool.
I like that. Yeah.
Yes. So I'm going to do this. And... yeah. Okay. Let me get my rocket and put in the references, because the idea is that you create your own reference after a while, right?
Oh, nice.
Whoa.
What's going on?
Okay, so I have my rocket here. Rocketo. Yeah, I like just overlaying it like this. I already see what I would change. One thing that I usually do is that I don't over sharpen and like over saturate or contrast my images. So usually in the end I do like this. you know, like a little bit of
okay.
balancing, you know. Yeah, so I'll do that for now, but then after the stream, I will fix a little bit of my rocket with some of these notes. Okay.
Does doing those adjustments not like run the risk of it just washing it out a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So that's one thing that I said. Be careful when you apply too many adjustments in your image.
Yeah.
It like sometimes it breaks the images. You know?
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Okay, so I'll make this creature. It's like furry. Maybe I'll try to make it look like it's snow a little bit. And let's see if I have this part, like more animal part, to be. Yeah, maybe it can be blue like this. But then the rest will be more like ice.
Yeah.
Like a Pokemon. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I like that. That's nice.
Okay. Yeah, we don't have time to think too much about it. It's just do it.
Just gut instinct.
Yeah. Trust your feelings.
Yeah. Trust your feelings. You know it to be true. Oh, Dash uploaded their rocket onto Discord as well. That looks really nice. That's like super transparent. That's really cool.
You know, to test the transparency, what do you have to do? You have to do this. Where is it? No, it's not here. Everything just for a joke. You do this to test how transparent your rocket is, and then you just paint in it. If you can see Jayden in the back, it's because it's transparent.
Yeah, you know you're doing well. The background of all of your pieces should be my face.
Okay. I'm very good at losing time with stupid stuff.
Welcome to the club. The Jayden brush. Yeah, the Jayden brush made its streamly appearance.
Yeah, I'm painting with the Jayden brush now.
Yeah. Melissa said, "How is it if water is running and getting frozen, it's clear ice, but if it's stagnant and slowly freezing, it's more solid white-looking ice." Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Is that actually true? I mean, it kind of makes sense because when you wait, does it? Well, no, because when you make ice cubes, they freeze clear.
Yeah, there are ice cubes that are clear and some that are not, but this is based on the things that are together with the H2O. Yeah. So if you boil the water first and then freeze, it will be clear.
Yeah. If you use like filtered water, it'll be clear. Yeah. It's not very often that I put ice in my drinks, so it's cold enough. It's cold enough in the UK. I don't need ice in my drinks to make it colder. I should actually wait. How did you do that? They're talking about when you did the transparency test. You were just erasing, right?
Yeah, I was just creating a mask.
Yeah.
And painting the mask like this. That's it.
Yeah. Thank you, Fuenart, for the hydrate. Thank you so much. I was a little bit thirsty.
Where's my water?
All that talk of ice. Yeah, remove the calcium fluoride and chlorine and we good. I'm quite lucky in the UK. I know a lot of countries can't drink the tap water, so you have to
No,
buy like. Is it like in Brazil? Do you have to buy bottled water?
no, we filter it.
Oh, you just filter it. Oh, okay, fair enough.
And like in a lot of places, you don't have like the water comes from wells, not from
Yeah.
the water system in the town. For me, anyways, I think I never like had water coming from the city. It's just wells every time.
Oh, interesting.
But we of course filter the water.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're quite lucky in the UK that we don't really need to, like, depending on where you live, some water just tastes gross. Like it's not harmful. It's just got so many like minerals and stuff in it that it just tastes pretty bad. But
The region where I live, we have like the best water.
man.
It's very, very good.
Yeah, I found out recently that where I live, the city where I live, is on top of like this super old like chalk mine. So our water is so hard that I'm kind of used to it now because I've been drinking it my whole life. But some of the people who move here, they're like, why does your water taste nasty? And I'm like, I don't know.
Okay, I think I'm gonna just merge this and paint.
Yeah.
With my Jayden brush.
Hell yeah, best brush. Ignacio's like, who's that Pokemon?
Yeah, I'm just ripping off Pokemon designs.
It's Pikachu. It's like, what is it? Electrike is I think the one that.
Yeah,
like...
there's a Pokemon. Yeah, I think it's electric. Have this shape on its head.
Yeah.
But it's a electric type.
Yeah. Oh, it's the evolution of Electrike.
Magnetric, I think. Magnetric.
Yeah, Manectric. I don't know my Pokemon well enough.
Yes.
It's a Wolf Glaceon.
He's just a little dude.
It's just a little guy.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, he's just a guy.
Skullzio, our tap water is horrible. I've been buying bottled water for a couple of years now. Oh man. I think I've just lived with it. I was always way too stingy with my money to buy bottled water. I was like, I just get this stuff at home for free. Han, I've always lived in soft water places, so I'm lucky. Oh man, I remember when I went to Scotland and the water was so good there. Oh,
I have to figure out what I'm going to do with the ice. Ice.
ice.
Ice.
Comedy gold.
English is my passion.
English is my passion. Sometimes I feel like English is my passion too.
Yeah, it looks kind of cool, right?
Yeah. Dude, you need to do the eyes is clear ice, and then see the inside of its skull through the eyes.
Or it just can be Jayden like this.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, that works too.
Okay.
Pingu would fight this. Christina, if I didn't know Pingu was like your dog, then I don't know. To be fair, I could also see actual Pingu fighting this thing. Do you see the episode where he like fought against a like a seal or something? That thing was terrifying.
This is not earlier.
We're talking about lime scale now. It's such adults. This is such an adult stream. We're talking about water hardness and lime scale. They changed ours from sort of soft water to very hard water for a few months last year, and we've never got rid of the lime scale from the kettle. Yummy. It's just added flavor. You just live with it. Yum yum.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just break a little bit off, sprinkle it on some food. Nice bit of flavoring. You don't need salt. Stream is 18 plus. We talk about taxes and water hardness.
Yes.
No, taxes is next week. Tune in next week. We'll get David to talk about taxes for 2 hours.
We could totally do this stream and test how many people would show up.
Moon Colony taxes stream.
Could be a stream talking about how to calculate how much you should ask our clients. Things like that could be interesting.
Yeah. That kind
actually of stuff, like actual knowledge for freelancers or whatever.
Yeah, that could be interesting. It'd be very dry. Yeah. It would be a very dry stream.
But I could be here drawing David while he's doing that talk or whatever.
Yeah. David, how do I not pay my taxes? The usual stuff: tax deductible, self-care, water quality. Yeah, I mean, we did do a little bit of self-care earlier today, I guess. We were talking about how it's okay for you to be disappointed.
Yeah. People were making fun of me in the Discord yesterday because someone asked, like, what changed for you this year? Like, what was the year for you? And I was talking seriously that, I'm starting to feel my age.
Yeah.
You know, like the my health and things like that, because I don't work out, I don't take too much care of myself or something like that. And people were laughing because I'm old.
That's what you do to Alan all the time.
Yes.
You're turning into that which you hate the most.
Yeah, the thing that I hate the most, Alan.
Yeah. What's the quote from Batman? He's like, you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Yeah, something like that.
I think somebody has just written something in Portuguese, so I have no idea what that says.
Try it.
Diretamente do BR, I'm assuming Brazil. Salve.
Salve is like cheers from Brazil or something.
Okay. I was like, what's diretamente?
It's diretamente is like straight from Brazil, probably.
Oh, okay.
Straight from. Okay. Yeah, probably he said salve Diretamente do Brasil.
That's how they
Something
went at
like
the
that.
end. But yeah, close enough.
Okay.
me reading out
Salve.
like me reading out like Portuguese is difficult.
Yeah, it's hard to understand what they're trying to say.
Yeah. It's also just like it's totally different. There's a lot more uh like although it's written in like um Latin letters, the pronunciation is like so much different. There's a lot more like ch sounds, ch and sh sounds in there.
Yeah.
Uh, Direta, like directly. Is that what that is? Directly is direta.
Direta, probably.
Direta.
Direta.
Yeah.
Our D is sounds like G.
G. Wow. I did
But
really badly
it
in
will depend
languages.
on the region of the country because some parts say D.
Oh, okay.
Diretamente.
I suppose yeah, I mean Brazil is huge, so that would make sense. I did not do very well in languages in school. And I kind of regret that. I love learning about languages and like the different um I like the different cultures and different dialects behind them and stuff like that. They're always really interesting. But I was terrible in school. I think when I was in German class, uh, I one of the only things that I successfully wrote was like a sentence that said that uh, the guy who sat next to me, his hair was so big it looked like a tree. I said that in German, and that was like the extent of it.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, Minri, don't test my German. Hallo, wie geht's es dir? Hallo, uh, uh, wie geht es dir? It's like, is that like, how are you?
One thing that we use in Portuguese when we are kind of making fun of the
Mhm.
people that don't know English is that they say
Oh, oh no, where's he gone? Leone? What a time! What a time for him to freeze, huh? I know, me too. I was right on the edge of my seat, ready to hear the rest of the joke, but it's gone. Um, what do they say? What do they say? um, tell you what, we will go. We will be right back. I'll see if I can grab him again. But we'll be back. Thanks. Just wait for a few minutes, guys. Thank you so much. Hello again, everybody. Welcome back. Sorry about that.
Yeah, my internet dropped off for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm using my phone right now to share the internet. So maybe the quality will not be as good, but let's see.
It seems to be okay. It seems to be pretty much the same. So.
Okay.
Yeah, we will all say it's funny because like you were like just at the start of telling a joke, and then and then the stream.
Yeah, it was not funny. Yeah, what I said is that in Brazil, when we want to make fun of someone that don't speak English, like the person is just learning, the only sentence that the person can say is "the book is on the table." It's the only thing that we know.
Yeah.
It's like first class of English.
The book is on the table. They always teach you such random stuff, like when you first learn a language. It's always like, I don't know, it's always like, they walked to the bathroom together. And it's like, why? Okay, cool. Can I not learn like hello first?
Yeah.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca? Yeah.
It's like probably it's their way to teach the sentence order.
Yeah.
Yes.
The bananas are on the toilet. Yeah, exactly. What did you guys think of our BRB screen, by the way? It was really cute. The little cat. It was great,
Yeah.
Right? Brian is in the kitchen. Oh man.
Brian is on fire.
Yeah, Brian is on fire. Is that our Skull Guy's new pet? I think that's Nix's little pet cat.
And he's an astronaut also.
Yeah, he's also an astronaut. He's a catstronaut.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, Floya's in here flexing her Spanish skills. Hola, la biblioteca cerca de café. Yeah, man. Me too. The cat doesn't have a name though. Yeah, I was then thinking, Christina. I was like, I don't think the cat has a name. Maybe we should.
It's Solange.
Solange. You can't name the cat after your own cat. It's not.
Fair. I can. I draw this cat, so I can name it whatever I want. It's my cat. I drew it. It's mine.
Yeah. The cat looked like me. I'm suing you, Jayden. Don't sue me. I didn't draw it. Okay. Sue Leoni. Floya says that the cat looks like her. Oh,
she's just mad that the cat doesn't look like Fiona.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Han said, "Is that brush someone's head?" So Han, yeah. Welcome to our streams where the brush is.
Yeah, I paint with Jayden's face.
Is my head. So. Yeah. O is the only response to that. I see. Where can I get this brush? No,
$10.
Yeah,
Patreon.
$10. Yeah, $10, and it could be
Gumroad.
Yeah. That is a joke. That's a joke. I need to say that.
Yeah, in the internet you have to clarify everything.
Yeah.
Guys, this is a joke.
Yeah, please don't send me $10. Or, well, I mean, no, don't send me $10. Yeah, it's a joke, unless you want to send me $10. painting challenge where every brush is Jayden.
Yeah, and $50 you can paint with a picture of Jayden's foot.
Yeah, that is yeah, that's worth $50 to be honest. Now I know this, all I can see in this little guy's eyes is Jayden's head. Well,
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
Leone took beauty is in the eye of the beholder, like too literally. So he's he's actually put somebody beautiful in the eye of the creature. It's cool. Instructions
okay, so
unclear. Sent 10,000. No refunds. Sorry.
I'll fix this then. I can paint with this brush.
The Leone brush. No, that's not a beautiful brush at all.
Okay, we go back to Jayden brush then. What?
I love just looking back at some of the like random English sentences that we had. One of them um was just Jessica burped violently. It's like, yeah, that sounds about right. It's like, did you see the YouTube video where it's like an old English training video and it's like in Japanese and it's like, I have a bad case of diarrhea. It's like, come
Yeah,
on.
it's great.
Come on, guys.
And it's act, so it's even better.
Yeah, yeah.
They're acting the sentences.
It's so funny. It's like learning verb to be again in every English class. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's a new Godzilla movie, a Japanese one, that I'm
Yeah.
pretty excited to watch.
Yeah, -1, Godzilla -1.
Yeah, -1, yes.
I've heard it's really good.
Yeah, I will go this weekend, but I'm sad that they only have dubbed versions.
I I was actually gonna look in my local cinema and see if they did a subtitled version because like I don't want to watch it dubbed. That's gonna really distracting.
Yeah, like in general, the dubbing in Portuguese is not that bad. Like
Yeah.
they hire in general good actors to
Hmm.
do dub, but I usually doesn't matter the original language. I want to watch in the original as
Yeah.
much as I can. I prefer it.
Yeah. Like I understand some people don't like subtitles because they say it takes them away from what's going on like actually on the screen. But I find that way less frustrating than the lips not matching up with what's being said. Like
Oh
that
yeah,
that really frustrates me.
yeah.
But
This I think uh people that speak English like as their native language have
mhm.
this advantage that most movies that we watch are in English, so
Yeah,
you don't have to watch dubbed. Like
yeah.
I prefer watch with subtitles because this is the way I watch movies for my whole life, probably. Because the dubs, especially in the 90s, were super weird. The audio quality was not the best.
Yeah.
And of course, like because of nostalgia, some of the movies are better dubbed than in the original language because
Mhm.
it's more funny to watch. I don't know. But in general, I prefer watching the original language.
Yeah. The only ones I don't mind watching dubbed, and I'm gonna get crucified for this, is like when I watch Studio Ghibli movies, I watch those dubbed, and like uh, certain animes and stuff, I'll watch dubbed because the lips don't really they don't
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
match anyway. Um, and sometimes the dub is pretty good, but
No, I refuse to watch anime dubbed in English. I can watch in, I don't know, Italian and will be funny. But in
Well,
English, nah.
well, it's worth it, and you watch it in Italian because you get the cool intros as well. You get the Eurobeat
Yeah,
intros.
so it's way better. It's
Yeah,
improved.
yeah. Was it Floyer said, Jayden, do you think that fox will help break the ice? Ha ha ha. Oh my god. Terrible. Terrible joke, Floyer. Um, the Ghibli dubs
This
are
is
amazing.
Jaden's reaction to your joke.
Yeah. Thanks. It's great.
Jaden's seal of approval.
I want that as an
Your
emote. I want I want a Jayden seal of approval emote.
yeah.
The Ghibli dubs are so amazing. Yeah, the Ghibli dubs are really good. Um, what's Leonie's favorite anime top 10, please?
Top 10 is Yu Yu Hakusho. All the 10
Well,
positions.
yeah, every episode is a spot on the ladder.
Okay, let's erase this.
What was it you said earlier? We're great at wasting time.
No, it's 2 hours is too much time.
Yeah, I've got like 20 minutes left. What was it that Bong Joon-ho said? Once you overcome the 1-inch barrier of subtitles, you'll be introduced to so many amazing films. True that. The amount of times I've tried
Yeah.
to convince people to watch like a really good like Chinese movie or Korean movie or whatever, and
Yeah.
they're like, nah, I don't want to watch it unless it's got a dub. And I'm like, it does have a dub, but don't watch it. I was like, don't watch it dubbed. I
Yeah.
I told my family about this amazing Korean movie called Old Boy, and
Yes.
they were like, oh yeah, I've heard there's like an American remake of that. I'll watch that. And I was like, no, no, please don't watch that.
No, no.
It was
And
like,
also there's the Ring, the movie,
yeah, The
like
Ring, yeah.
yeah. And every time I see people dressed up as Samara and not Sadako, I say, no, this is a crime. You have to watch the original.
Are we hipsters? I feel like this is our like outing as being hipsters, being like, come on man, you gotta watch the original. It's so much better.
Yeah. Yeah, like the Ring, the American one, it's can be funny sometimes. It's
Hmm.
like jump scares but the Japanese one really scared out of me, like the
Yeah.
shit out of me a lot. Like for several years, I was seeing Sadako everywhere. It's
you know
terrible.
you know what you want to watch. You need to watch uh The Ring versus The Grudge.
Hmm.
That movie is hilariously terrible, but there's like a fight scene between uh
Wait, but this is like a Hollywood production or something, or it's like a YouTube thing?
no, this is like an actual movie. Yeah, like an actual like
What?
yeah, like a proper movie. I think it's like not even Hollywood. It's like it's a Japanese movie.
Oh,
Um
wow.
yeah,
Nice.
it's as terrible as you'd think it would be. But yeah, there's like fight scenes between like the girl from The Ring and the girl from The Grudge. Like it's absolutely insane. Um
Oh, nice.
yeah, if you just want to watch like a stupid movie that should
It's
never have been
like
made.
it's like Freddy versus Jason or something.
Yeah, exactly. Where like the movie is like hot garbage, but you just it's just something you have to you have to see it.
Oh,
Um,
I'll look for the fight scenes. I don't care about the movie, but the
yeah,
fight scenes maybe they're interesting.
yeah, for sure. Um, what was it? The Jayden brush is back when Jayden wasn't a wizard and his beard wasn't so majestic.
Oh
When-
yes, when
it
he was full of hopes and dreams. He
yeah.
was just a young boy
I think
when
that brush
he.
was made like my second month working here, or like maybe not even that. Like it was so
Yeah,
early on.
second day. Yeah. Yeah, but everybody knows that the original is the Christina brush.
Yeah, the
But then
Christina brush is
Christina
amazing.
abandoned us. She doesn't like us anymore in Discord. She never is on chat with us.
Christina, she's a busy lady. She has a lot of things to do.
Yeah, right.
It's like when kids watch Lord of the Rings and compare Gandalf to Dumbledore or Gollum to Dobby. Yeah, that's just
Yeah, because Dumbledore is a ripoff from Gandalf. We all know that.
yeah, yeah, that's true. They're so similar. They both are old.
Old wizards.
Yeah. You should look up the Velocipasta. Yeah, I know about the Velocipasta, but that's one of those movies that is like made to be bad. Like it's like a movie that's just made to be bad. Like Sharknado, you know. When they were making Sharknado, nobody thought this movie's going to be great. You know, like, this movie
Yeah.
sucks, but that's the point. So I just think those are like kind of lazy. Whereas The Grudge versus The Ring was made to be just it was just made to be cool, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for following, Floya. After you've watched so many of our streams, you're only now following. Wow, unbelievable. But no, I should say actually that we are like 100 and 121 people away, if my math is right. We're 121 people followers away from our next follower goal of 2,000.
1 million.
Yeah,
Yes,
1 million.
1
Yeah,
million.
1 million.
Let's
yeah.
go.
Yeah. Of 2,000. So if you aren't following us already and you've enjoyed today's stream or any of our previous streams, then please give us a follow. It's much appreciated. You get notified whenever we're live, so you don't miss a thing.
Bang.
A thing. You always click the link on the top of Discord. Okay, all right, I'll let you off. But no, thank you for the follow, and that goes for everybody who's followed today. We've had quite a lot, so thank you.
Nice.
Dash redeemed a hydrate. Thank you so much, Dash. Thirsty. I like how when you drink out of your cup, you do it to camera, so people can see your like Moon Colony mug.
Yes.
Yeah. Mine is. Yeah,
and I say cheers to people
yeah.
that are drinking.
Yeah. Cheers with my Moon Colony sticker on my non-Moon Colony water bottle. Cheers, everybody.
Don't forget to hydrate.
Leoni gives us an authentic experience. Yeah, that's true. A high quality hydrate. Yeah. Follow Moon Colony. They let me borrow their Lamborghini. Oh, that's like a secret. You're not supposed to tell people that. Come on. We only have so many Lamborghinis to go around.
Yeah. I have one for each day of the week.
Yeah. I have two for every day of the week. one for the morning and one for the evening.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But don't forget, guys, if you've been following along with us today, you can share your your ice rockets and or ice creatures in our study room. There's already some great work in there from T and Crafts, Joey and Dash. Thank you guys. You wanna make Leone sweat. You wanna make him see the competition.
Yes. Yeah, I kind of cheated a little bit with this one because I didn't follow too much of the study. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's like a crystal, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and the fur. But that's okay. I actually could make this a little more stylized like this. And
Yeah.
would look cool. It's like the comfort zone thing also, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, you're still using some of the stuff that you covered on the
Yeah,
rocket. So
this is one thing that sometimes can be tricky when I'm drawing, especially when I'm doing a creature like this. Like
yeah.
how realistic I want to go, how stylized it is,
Mm-hmm.
and usually when I'm not 100% sure, I tend to go more realistic
Yeah.
with some things. I personally am happier when I can draw something that is very simple but effective.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so when I doubt too much my skills, I tend to go too much to the reference. But this, because I'm drawing from imagination, I just yeah, I'm just painting this without thinking too much about it.
Yeah. Yeah. You're just letting your mind take over.
Yeah,
Uh, what's the doggo's name? I don't know.
Frosty. This one is
Frosty.
called Frost.
Frosty the doggo.
Yeah.
My dog just isn't the same without Jayden pupils. Well, you just have to do your best to draw Jayden pupils on it. Or send me £100,000 and get the Jayden brush.
Wow.
The price is going up, supply and demand. So
Yeah, it's inflation. You're
yeah,
in Argentina or something.
yeah.
No worry, guys. This is just to make fun of Ignacio.
Frosty Paws. Yeah, his name could be Frosty Paws. That works.
Mm.
I'm more worried that if he ever hits his head, like half of it's just gonna shatter.
Oh, I just think about something. It's just because we have 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
Imagine if his brain is inside here.
Oh, that's nasty. He's gonna. So if he hits his head, he's just gonna die, just straight up. Oh yeah, he has infinite brain freeze. Just his brain freeze is just indefinite.
Yeah, that's why he's pissed off all the time.
He's so angry.
Not happy.
Don't let this doggo off the leash. Don't let it go. Oh no, Floyd.
No.
This dog is walking on thin ice. Oh, come on. Bad. Bad, Floyd.
Ooh.
This went from being like a cute little pupper to being some kind of Frankenstein monster with his brain frozen in ice. Dash, no, we don't need more terrible puns. We don't need them.
Yeah, someone could just say, "Oh, this drawing looks cool."
Yeah. It's okay. Oh, there's another one. You're right, Dash. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Oh, chill out with the jokes. No, man. You guys. Yeah, I agree. Just facepalm. That's all you can do. Just facepalm.
Okay, I think my internet is back.
Nice.
Uh,
We've only got a couple
but
minutes.
I'll not touch it
Yeah.
because it it appeared on my uh iPad that you were
Yeah.
calling me. You were
Oh,
calling me
okay.
on Discord.
Yeah, yeah, I am. I'm calling you on Discord again while we're in the middle of a call already. Uh, does the ice rocket have a brain as well? I hope. I hope not. I hope not.
It does now.
It's so tiny. It's so tiny.
Because this one is for the astronauts, which is like
Oh,
just
okay.
one brain
Yeah.
and a pair of eyes. You know,
It's Nix's brain. No.
this is the pilot, and like there are controls here in his little hands,
It's that Caillou thing. This got
and he's a
unsettling.
floating head.
Yeah, this, it looks like the episode of SpongeBob where um SpongeBob like shaves all of his sponge off and it's just his brain, some eyes, and then like a stem, just like a column. It's way more cursed than the flesh rocket with eyes. Yeah, it absolutely is. If you guys want to give your ice rockets a brain, then I mean I'm all
Yeah,
for it.
you're allowed.
I think you should do it. It's either super demented or super cute. Mm, well, yeah, okay, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, don't question it. Just
yeah.
agree.
I'm just yeah, I agree. It's it's certainly one of the things of all time, for sure.
Yeah, this is certainly one of the ideas I had in
Yeah,
my life.
yeah, so true.
Mm, you know what? The Jayden brush is good for drawing fur.
I knew I had my uses. My teachers said I'd never amount to anything, but look at me now. I'm a brush used by a professional artist.
Yeah, I'm basically wasting my time right now. It's like I'm not changing anything. Okay, I think this is good enough. Let's see. This is the base that we did super
Mhm.
quick, and this is the final painting of it.
Yep.
And there's the brain version and brainless version.
Oh,
Okay.
just before we finish off, Afrian said, "I like watching you guys draw, but when I want to see it again after a few weeks, the video is no longer there. Can you put the live video on YouTube too?" It is. They are. They're all on YouTube. I'll put a link in
Mm-hmm.
the chat. If you go onto our YouTube channel, there's a tab called Live, and they're all stored in there. So there's a link in chat for you. So if you ever miss a stream, then you can rewatch it again on there. no problem. But yeah, thank you so much, Leonie, for coming along. It was a lot of fun, even if it ended on a bit of a demented note. But thank you, and thank you everyone in chat for hanging out and chatting with us. It's always lovely to see you, and for sharing your work with us in the study room. I'm now seeing some of the doggos. They're very cute. Nice job. Um, but don't forget that our Tavern Trouble competition ends on Sunday. So you need to submit by midnight Sunday, and the next time we will see you is on Wednesday when we reveal the winner. So be sure you get all your
Yes.
submissions in by then. Yep. So next Wednesday we have our winning stream, and then next Thursday we have our my brain's gone blank. We have a nice stream with Arthur again, who we all saw yesterday, who will be doing a festive piece with Nix in it, our lovely mascot. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, come along for that. That's our last stream before we leave for Christmas. So come along and have some of that nice Christmas cheer. But thank you so much, everybody, and I'll see you next week. So
Thank
goodbye.
you.
Bye.
Bye bye, guys.